This is Edgar Juarez. My team is the Tech Titans. We're doing the GGC Intern app, and my role is documentation lead role. We're going to start off by introducing the clients. We have two clients. The first client is Dr. Hammonds Odie. She's an associate professor of biology. As a teacher and researcher, she wants undergraduate students to discover the joys and challenges of basic science research. She believes student learning should include improving basic social and communication skills, and she has taken great pride in listening to students present their own research in a competent and professional manner. Our second client is Dr. Palacia. She works in the information technology and the assistant dean of School of Science and Technology. She holds a master's degree in both mathematics and computer science, and also a PhD in computer science. She has many years of teaching experience, has served as a principal investigator for numerous research grants, and published many journal articles and papers. She is also the national coordinator for the AITP's database to sign consents at the National Collegiate Conference. This is a team photo. On the left back, we have Caduce. On the right back, we have myself, Edgar. On the left front, we have Anastasia, and on the right front, we have Billy. All right, plans for user documentation. GitHub will contain all the documentations necessary for developers and users. The developers will have requirements documentation, which is non-functional and functional requirements, to code documentation. Users will have installation documentations, both for admin and for the user itself, which would include the student, system requirement documentation, and tutorial documentation. Developer documentation. So this is the picture of the requirements, some of the functional requirements for Dr. Hammond, and for the developer documentation, it's going to hold all the functional and non-functional requirements that we have come up after meeting with both of our clients. The user documentation will include installation documentation, step-by-step instructions on how to install the software on their system, tutorial documentation, basic instructions on how to interact with the Intern app, and other useful guides, other documentation that might be useful for using and installing the app. At the end of the presentation, I have created a tutorial on how students can use the app. And right here is just a small snippet of requirements in order to run the app locally. All right, the GitHub repo documentation organization. All the documentation that we will come up with this semester will be put into the documentation folder in the repo. So that's going to include all the new documentation and also all the old documentation, but they will be separated between old and new so that we don't get mistaken on what was done before and what was done now. And in the demonstration, here's a video to a YouTube link that will bring up a video that I created for using the Intern app as a student.